Hi guys, this is Hema Galani. So I'm here with a new video, and today's video is gonna be different as compared to my previous videos because in today's video, what we talking something about inspirational, or motivational, or maybe I'm not going to share any kind of story today. Today's video is very important for all the girls who are actually looking for potential partner who are actually looking for starting a relationship and they do not know what are the things that they need to be very careful of, or what are the type of people they need to avoid while getting into any kind of long-term relationship, or maybe while getting in uh, while getting married. So to begin, actually in Pakistan we have a very, you can say, uh, very pathetic, I would say, criteria. Whenever you ask, boys that what kind of life partner do you need, they would always say that they need the most beautiful girl in the world. Or whenever we ask girls, they would always say, they need the most rich person, the one who has more bank balance. They would, target that person to be their life partner. But I think in actual, none of these things, none of these things really matter because both of these things are not durable. I think whenever you're looking for a life partner, you're looking for something that is durable, that is gonna be there for a long period of time. So something that you can rely on whenever life goes down, whenever life goes up, something that you can lean on. So make sure that you are investing into something stable, something durable. I don't know that whether there's any hard and fast rules for what kind of person that you should marry, but I can definitely tell you the kind of people that you should definitely avoid for a long-term relationship, even for a short-term. I don't think so that I have any such women in my surroundings to look for short-term relationships. And first is always remember, do not invest. Okay, one more thing that I think most of the girls make that, whenever a person comes to me and says that you're the most beautiful girl that you've ever seen, or maybe you're the most innocent girl they've ever seen, we start taking that person as a man of or our dreams. Do not make that mistake actually, because they might say these, lines to 10 other girls, but for you, that person is going to be the one. So do not make this mistake of investing 100% right from the start. Make sure that that person is good enough, is deserves your 100%, and then give start investing in your relationship. And then, you can go to any lengths that you really want to, but, before investment, make sure that that person deserves your investment or not. So the first kind of person that you need to avoid is the person who speaks lie most of the time. Here, I'm not talking about some scenarios, I think there are some scenarios where we all have to speak a lie. Especially, for example, if you have a group of friends and there's any fight and you want, your friends to be together, to come together, maybe there's a fight between husband and wife, lie. But, intentions behind that lie really matters. So you're basically trying to bring two people closer. So if you're speaking lie in that situation, that's understandable. But if that person, speaks the lie to protect his interest or his motive, so do not, never ever think of making that person your life partner. Here, some people can question, why can't, that person can be changed, or why can't we think of making that relationship? First thing, remember, girls, you can never change a partner. Yes, boys can change themselves only if they want to. So you never ever, once you catch those small lies, once you catch those red flags, do not invest into that person, or do not think, or just draw yourself flat. Do not invest into that kind of person at all. Do not think of getting engaged. Don't think of getting married or any kind of commitment. Avoid. Second type of things, or second type of people that you should always avoid is the person who never accepts his mistakes. For example, uh, you know, I think difference of opinion is not something which is very unique, or that's gonna always be there. You might have a small, you have arguments with your siblings, with your parents sometimes, or maybe But the point is that how you're gonna handle those mistakes. The point is that how you're gonna handle that argument, or how you're gonna handle that difference of opinion. So if, for example, if anything goes wrong, or if there's a small fight between you, or maybe your partner, or the person who is trying to be your partner, and that person blames you for his behavior and does not accept his mistake, is actually a very dangerous person, because you're going to have fights even after getting married. So if he is in a habit of putting the blame on the other person, that you're gonna suffer a lot. You're actually putting yourself in a lot of trouble by getting, by making that person your life partner. So do not make that mistake. Cut that person off from your life right now. Or you can talk to him and see whether is there any change in their behavior or not over time. Actually, remember one thing: whenever boys show you their true colors, believe them. One mistake that we girls make is that we try to repaint them, and we, fall a trap of this thing that, we're going to change them, they're going to be changes because we are so good. No, they're not going to change, sweetheart. You need to change yourself. So the next thing that who are not good to their subordinates, or maybe to mates, to their mates, to their subordinates. Also small tips, like whenever you go out with somebody to have food in a restaurant or somewhere, so then pay attention, observe very closely and keenly that how that person is treating the waiter or the waitress. So because that's how that person gonna treat you after getting married. Because girls, especially, trust me, you're not always gonna be in your best shape after getting married. A lot of things will change. There will a lot of changes will happen into your body, into your physique. Maybe your mental health will also suffer in some cases, not in all the cases. So the point is that how that person is gonna treat you then. So if he's not raised in a way to treat his mates, or to treat your subordinate people who are down to you in a good way, he will treat you the same way actually, and that's gonna break you even more than the disease or more than your own suffering. That treatment is gonna suffer a lot more. So that thing is gonna add into your pain. You want a life partner with whom you can spend your best days, and then whenever you're down or you're weak, you'll be able to lean on them. So if they're not treating you well, then who's gonna treat you better in that case? So do not put yourself in trouble. And if you know that they do not treat their subordinates right, then leave them. Actually, do not try to repaint them. Do not try to make them good people. They are who they are. Just accept them and save yourself from a bad relationship. Actually, next thing is, or you can say, point number 4 is the person who does not commit. Actually, he has a very good job. He talks to you on phone. He meets you at different places, but he's not ready to commit. This kind of person is just passing time with you. Once you get a job, or once, for the female, if I talk about male, once they have a job, they are financially independent, and they're talking to you about having the relationship in the future, but they're not committing any kind of thing, or they're not even agreed to getting engaged. And getting engaged doesn't, you don't need to be financially independent, to get engaged to somebody. So if they're not ready for that kind of commitment, if they're not ready for that kind of move in the relationship, then trust me, then they're just talking time. Here is a small thing that I would like to mention. If there's something serious in their family going on, and if you have certain proof to believe that person, then definitely that person might not be lying to you. For example, if any of his family member, like mother or father, or maybe any of their siblings are suffering from cancer or from some kind of serious disease, then that's understandable. We can understand that. But if there is no any such thing, then they're just delaying the process by saying you that, I'm stuck in a project. I need 6 months. I need 8 months to do this and that. Then he's just passing time. Just move back quietly and do not expect anything in return from that person. Just leave that person because you're too precious to spend your time on these kind of people. And last but not the least is the person, the kind of people who do not forgive and who do not forget whatever happened in the past. These kind of people are actually very dangerous because, we all are human, we all make mistakes, and that's natural. You can't be a perfect person. We all make mistakes. Even after getting married, you're gonna make a lot of mistakes. It's not easy to once you spend your 24, 25 years in your family, and then when you go to a new family, things get difficult. So it takes time to understand your husband's mood swings, and your in-laws' mood swings. So if that person is not in a habit of forgiving the small mistakes that you're making, always remember, making mistakes is a sign of that you're making progress and you're trying to come out of your comfort zone. And if that person is not in a habit of, forgetting and forgiving yourself, then you're gonna be in a great trouble because that thing is gonna take a snowball effect. There's a small bowl which starts from the top and then it rolls down towards the end, and when it reaches towards the end, it turns into a huge ball, which has the power to break your relationship. You're really surprised that what actually there was nothing for you, there's nothing actually happened in your relationship. But in that person's mind, the accumulation of all those small things which he never forgot, which he never forgiven, to make sure that you have a big heart, you have the ability to forget the past, forgive other person's mistakes. I'm not here talking about huge mistakes, having affair, having extramarital affairs or something, but small mistakes that we all make, like in our daily lives, which is quite normal. So please just try to forget about those small things and just try to forgive the other person. And if your fiance or if your would-be husband is not in a habit of doing these things, then just avoid that. And last but not the least, I would say if you do not see any person in your surroundings with who is free from all these problems that I've just discussed, then do not rush. There's no rush. Take your time, relax, and instead utilize that time to learn a new skill, work on your gifts, just join a course, and do the stuff that helps you to be more of yourself. Work on yourself, work on your physical health, mental health, and just wait for the right person, and maybe wait for the right time. And just spend that time in loving on yourself and working on your own self and your mental health and your physical health. Spend time with your family and do not rush the process, because getting married is something very important for a girl's life, and getting married to the right person is even more important. So just take your time, relax, and just be yourself, love yourself. If you're if you're in love with yourself, then you will definitely find the right person. That if you are in a habit of self-sabotaging, or if you're not in your best self, you're not going to attract the best guy for you. So just keep that thing in your mind and be your best self, do your best, and it's okay to wait for the right guy. Do not spend time on these wrong people. Let them go. Then the most important advice and the crux of this whole video is to work on yourself until you find that partner. So once you meet that partner, you're in your best shape, you're in your best mental health, you're in your best physical health, and you're enjoying what you're doing. If you're feeling alone, you will feel in a relationship. To make sure that to enjoy your own company, you're loving yourself. So it's okay. So all the time that you have before you meet the right one or before you meet the right person who is ready to invest in you as much as you are ready to invest in that person, only then go for a long-term relationship. Only then think of getting engaged or getting married. And until you find that person, anything below than that is actually not worth having. So let those guys go. Let them go and wait for the right time, wait for the right person, because my dear, you really deserve that. Do not give, this, you never ever let this second thought come into your mind that you do not deserve the best. Be your best self so that you can attract the best guy, and you actually deserve the best guy for you, and you will definitely get that. And love yourself. Do not forget to love yourself, because all the love that you give to the people around you or the love that you have for your partner, yourself deserves that love too. So with that, I'll take your leave. I'll see you soon with a new topic and a new video. Till then, take good care of yourself. Bye-bye.